Somebody told me you motherfuckers aren't finishing during sex. You selfish mother... Or is it not selfish? So apparently, speaking for myself, that period after you orgasm is called the refractal period, where the pluradiant, the P chemical outside of the oxytocin and dopamine rush you get. So this is where the ego deflates and motherfuckers just get up and leave. I thought you would think the way that bees is acting, those women, you would think the way that those heifers is acting, that this motherfucker was following through after the way they chase after a sacred man. No. To reach that rebirth phase, yes, the rebirth phase, when you keep going after the orgasm, is part of the Tantric, Taoism, Kundalini raising energy. And it makes sense why a lot of you, not a lot of you, but a lot of motherfuckers is just sperm donors, either back in the day or just due to, societal contamination through food and social media and everything else. But I thought everybody was doing that. That's just me? Because it's like you're finishing after your tantric work, but you're not circulating that seed throughout the womb, throughout that queen matriarch. You're not supporting that energy to get where it needs to go. Not even just for the love, the connection, that spiritual awareness, that rebirth, because you get more dopamine and more oxytocin when you continue and you resurrect your Christ and allow that to raise up your solar plexus, right? So why not? Like, it's like, I don't know, niggas just ain't got that gene. Like, sad to say, like, some of that is passing along that generational curse. It's like you don't want to bear your cross, so you're passing it on to just that energy. But also it is the opportunity for a step up, for a step male role model figure, because it's the same complex. It's just motherfuckers put ego into it. But when you take ego out of it, they're a spiritual soul family. So it's like spiritual masculine energy that is not really even adopting that energy. It just resonates on that frequency as it's compatible. Not even on no step up egotistical shit. It's just holistic, as everything is. And it's like low-key how the Greeks took the Egyptian and Kemetic energies and made them into where you think all the gods have their bastards and they're just like cool, just sleeping around. And then you look at Capri, the god, that the beetle that just raises the sun into the dawn, and then the sun is shining, but it's doing all that shadow work within itself. So it's like motherfuckers are doing their shadow work until they are ready to be reborn into their sun. Like, they're still spiritually growing into, sacred masculine on their own. So it's like the baby's making the babies type energy, but it's setting them up for alley-oop for a real spirit to come in and, support. But yeah, I just found that interesting because I was going the complete opposite way. I thought everybody was continuing after that. And don't get me wrong, if you go to sleep, you gotta recharge because it's been a minute since you've been active like that. Hey, you going internally, you might, spoon with that woman, matriarch, spoon with that energy. But if you got energy to go do another purpose, like, at least meditate for a few seconds. Not even, you don't even gotta pray, but it's like you got the energy to go do that. So you're immediately gonna be replacing that energy with some more other external energy versus being like in that space, but it's recycling with that energy. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna bring back a whole new energy if you come back into that woman and she's gonna be sitting with that old energy. Like, when you release that ego, you shed that ego, and you look around at your new form, you're like, okay, this is what I could do with this. This is how I can plan it. But you're just going and acting, right? Only half of that yang out of that masculine. But peace, y'all. That's it.